good team. Meanwhile, college football week 7 ratings, Alabama, Tennessee, we kind of alluded to this earlier, monster number and easily the biggest audience in the country last week. The 3:30 window on CBS, 11.56 million viewers for Tide and Vols. And I think if you go back, and I didn't have the time to do all the math, but if you look at the top rating game every single week, it's not every single week the same team, but the trend is not necessarily like a conference. The trend is certainly, in one way, big matchups. But the trend as far as like teams go is Alabama.
Yeah.
That's the trend, is Alabama. You know, that's the constant. Their game against Texas, their game against Tennessee, and others that they've played so far this year where I think like half the weeks they've been the number one game. Alabama A&M was the number one game. So if anybody's the constant, it's not the league or this, it's Alabama. So huge number, 11.56 million for Tide and Vols. Nearly double the next biggest audience, which was still a massive number, 6.45 million tuned into Penn State and Michigan, the noon kickoff on Fox. So over 6 million for that one, but again, nearly double for Alabama, Tennessee. That is massive what they were able to pull in. Clemson, FSU pulled in 3.38 million at the night game on ABC and ESPN2. USC, Utah, 2.74 million, and then 11, and the number 5 slot, you had LSU and Florida pulling in 2.46 million viewers Saturday night on ESPN. Wisconsin, Michigan State had a 2.45, Iowa State, Texas, 2.35, Stanford, Notre Dame, Oklahoma State, TCU, Auburn, Mississippi, all also pulled in 2 million or above. And then, you had a 3-4 games, Baylor, West Virginia, Kansas, OU, and Arkansas, BYU, that were all in the million range. Everything else below that. But, healthy numbers this week for college football, and especially for that top contest. And those are a few things that are off the radar.
11-something million people. That's big. And, of course, the NFL just, looks at that number, and what they do is incredible. Thank you, Craig. Coming up.